Prior to the 24th of May 2021, Ms Byron was in good health with no reason to anticipate anything rather than a long, healthy life. As a consequence of her illness, Ms Byron will suffer from lifelong and enduring disability. She will require care and support from medical, allied health and psychological practitioners for the foreseeable future.
Sandra Byron has serious medical complications from a COVID vaccine in 2021.
My hands have been rated as functionally useless. I can't be touched, can't have a hot shower, can't have a normal meal. My brain doesn't work properly. My speech comes and goes.
She put in a claim through a federal vaccine compensation scheme. That was 4 years ago. Now, all they have to show for it is a growing pile of letters from specialists saying the wait is worsening the harm.
It is also clear to me that the delays and financial impediments allowing Ms Byron to receive her full care has resulted in significant impairments to both her physical and mental health. How do these people sleep at night?
Almost 69 million vaccine doses were administered nationally during the COVID pandemic. Severe adverse reactions were a fraction of 1%. But to support the rollout, the federal government set up a compensation scheme. It covered a narrow list of recognised vaccine-related conditions, including blood clots, heart inflammation and the chronic nerve condition that Sandra suffers.
We applied to the vaccine claims scheme in February 22, early February 22.
To get the compensation, an applicant must pass 4 rounds of scrutiny, with claims assessed by Australia's medicines regulator, internal reviewers and external lawyers. Fewer than 5,000 claims were accepted and a small portion has been paid out.
And although it closed on the 30th of September 2024, they're still processing the most complex claims.
There are still hundreds of us left, apparently, in the scheme, facing this with no seeming accountability.
I've been a camper, a fisherman, a hiker and a hunter since I was about 14 years old. When I came down with this 5.5 years ago, it just stopped. It just went bang. It was like it was all over Red Rover.
David Good's vaccine injury has left him with a range of chronic conditions.
I've got no quality of life. When I go down, I can't get up. You've got no dignity. I look at 4 walls and the TV. The only time I go out is every 3 weeks to Alexandra Hospital for my IVIG infusion. Even the doctors have said to me, you know, it's enough to send a sane man insane.
The 67-year-old first lodged his claim at the start of 2022 and still hasn't received an outcome.
You know, I need a lot of equipment. I need a chair. I need a proper bed. And there's a lot of other stuff I need which I still haven't got. They just want you to roll over and die.
This delay that the scheme is perpetuating is causing significant harm and recognised harm to applicants.
Lawyer Tanya Nielsen and her team have been battling Services Australia for years. 143 of their 151 clients' claims remain in administrative purgatory.
We regularly get asked by our clients, do you have a time frame for me? I can't wait any longer. Clients who are suffering financial hardship, including homelessness, or really significant mental health issues, including suicidality and major depression, which is really, really alarming.
We had to sell Sandra's wedding ring. We had to sell lots of precious items just to keep the food on the table and to get the treatment for Sandra when we can afford to.
Ashley quit his job to look after his wife Sandra, who was a successful art curator. She says her claim would help provide ongoing specialist treatment and full-time care and has been asked multiple times to explain why.
They always say there's just one final thing, but there is never a final thing. There's literally thousands and thousands of pages. And they said, oh, but it's...
Among the paperwork sent to Services Australia are numerous warnings of her deteriorating health.
From 2023, it has caused great mental health and financial harms to her and her family. And it goes on. Do you want another one?
The Minister in charge of Services Australia earlier wrote that they should receive an offer by the end of January. It was another missed deadline. Minister Gallagher has since told 730 claims can take time because of the need for detailed medical evidence and for that to be evaluated by independent experts.
It's torture, absolute torture.
730 first reported on claimants' struggles with the scheme 6 months ago, and soon after a new director was appointed and the scheme was restructured. The agency has confirmed it takes about a year and a half to either accept or reject claims, and for those still dealing with it, they say nothing's really changed.
I think it's bloody disgusting. I reckon heads should bloody fall in the government, to be quite honest.
Services Australia said it's committed to assessing claims fairly and is sincerely sorry if recent interactions have caused further distress. It has rejected 2,895 claims so far and confirmed 535 people are still being processed. But many are losing hope.
I'm just living on memories and that's it. I wanted to pass on my skills to my grandkids. And it hasn't happened. What's ahead for the future? God only knows.